Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. Let's begin with today's class. In our last class, we studied about the volcano, earthquake, floods, tsunami. Right? Now, today we are going to study about the cyclone. The simple meaning of cyclone is air which blows at a great speed. It can be called a storm or whirlwind. The coastal areas of India experiences cyclone every year. The eastern coast especially experiences it every year. The adjacent regions also feel the effects of cyclone when it is and its highest intensity. However, these winds affect a limited area or for a limited period of time only. So basically, cyclone means when there is a huge speed of wind blowing in the area near the coastal places, right? So this thing is experienced more every year during the eastern parts of our eastern coastals, especially because of rainfall and the adjacent regions, like so places nearby that particular area where there is cyclone, they also experience some high intensity wind or air blowing in their regions. However, these winds affect a very limited these winds are for a very short period of time, and they are very they flow with a great speed, and they are for a very limited period, and that is also in a limited area only. Moving next to the forest fire. So forest fires are caused due to the frictions between dry branches of trees and other factors cause forest fire. It causes a great amount of damage to the forest resources. So with a small spark by the friction between the friction between the dry branches and trees, that thing affects that causes a spark, and that can destroy the whole forest. And by if there is a forest fire, then there is a very few options, like there it is very difficult to stop that fire, because the fire is spread all over the forest, and along with that the wildlife also gets destroyed, and the forest resources like trees and all the medicinal herbs and all that, everything gets destroyed. So this forest fire can cause a very great or huge damage to the forest resources. Here you can see some pictures of forest fire. Now moving to the next topic, which is landslide. See, landslide is basically the sliding of large mass or rock material, soil, etc. down the mountain. So in this picture you can see that there is a large amount of soil or some materials falling down the mountain, right? See, it is sliding down, that is why it is called as landslide. And along with that, the two factors cause landslides. There are two reasons why there is landslides. First is excessive rainfall or an earthquake. For example, in rainy season, the railway transport in Konkan gets obstructed due to landslides. So there is one reason. First is earthquake. Because of earthquake, there is a disturbance in the earth's crust, and that causes landslides, disturbance in the soil and the upper layers. And the second reason is because of heavy rainfall. With the rainwater, there is a huge mass of land or soil coming down to the from the mountains, slopes of the mountains, that is called as landslides. So over here the chapter is completed, but I'll give you a quick revision about all the topics which we covered in this chapter. So the our chapter is natural disaster. We studied about the earthquake. We studied that there are two types of natural disasters, like, so the disasters which occurs due to the change in the interior of the earth, and the disasters which happens on the like upper layers, like floods, cyclone, forest fire, drought, right? So the changes on the surface of the earth, there are two types. One which is the changes in the interior, and the other is changes in the surface of the earth. Now, next topic which we studied was earthquake. How does an earthquake occur? Basically, earthquake occurs due to the interior, tremendous pressure in the interior and the collision of plates. There is a disturbance in the earth's crust, and the the collision, there is collision between the interior of the earth, and that will destroy the whole area. And earthquake occurs due to internal disturbance, right? And next we studied about the reasons why, what are the main reasons, or how does an earthquake occur. So first is earthquake caused by volcanic eruption. Earthquake are caused due to volcanic eruption. Second, earthquake caused by strike slip falls, like there is a slips on the interiors of the earth, and because of that there is an earthquake. Earthquake caused by subduction in an active subduction zone, and the center of the earth is approximately 6,371 kilometers from the surface of the earth. So from there is a disturbance, and that will cause the whole effect on the earth. Next we studied about the volcano. We studied about different types of volcano, like dormant volcano, active volcano, and we also studied that how does a volcano occur and what comes out when a volcano erupts. So when a volcano erupts, it gives out lava, rock, fragments, ashes, dust, gases, and blown out from the surface of the earth. And the reasons why the earthquake occur is because of high temperature in the interior of the earth. Second is creation of magma. Third is creation of gases and vapors. Fourth is rising of magma towards the earth's surface. So this was about the volcano. Why does a volcano occur, and what are the reasons for it? What comes out? One more thing we studied, which was very important about the volcano, is that volcanoes have certain benefits, right? Most of the natural disasters don't give us any benefits, but volcanoes are beneficial for the fertility of the soil. Wherever there is a volcanic eruption, the land the land becomes fertile after the cooling of magma, and along with that the soil becomes potassium rich, and because of that the farmers have the more production of crops. And one more benefit, which is that when a volcano erupts, it sprinkles out some hot water. That water is very good for germ killing property, for curing skin disease. It kills the germs, and it also which cures the skin disease. Along with that, there are also some minerals available from the from the lower depth of the surface of the earth, and it can be obtained easily due to volcano. Next was tsunami. Tsunami is basically occurred when there is a disturbance in the depths of the sea, in the lower in the deep down the sea. So whenever there is an disturbance in the sea floor, high oceanic waves are created, and that causes tsunami, and that wavelengths are so big and so large that it comes to the in the nearby areas, and it can destroy the areas nearby. These waves are so strong that it can destroy the coastal regions also. So this was about the tsunamis. Here our chapter gets completed. Next other topics I have already explained you. Now I'll stop this session over here. We'll continue the next chapter in our next class. Thank you.